Rising up, back on the screen. Did his time, took his chances. Went the distance, now he's running the scene. Just a man with the will to survive. Been around, yeah, he travels fast. Speaks his mind, never dances. If he don't like you, that's your past. Hit the button and it goes bam, goodbye. Panels lit, chat's on fire. Say it wrong, you're playing with wire. Type it clean, better keep it tight. All caps rule, oh, you're gone tonight. It's a eye of the tyrant, it's a thrill of the chat. Rising up to the challenge of the rival. And the last man surviving keeps his finger on there, and is watching us all with the eye of the tyrant. Face to face in the common heat, hanging tough, staying ready. Friends are all but friendly to none. When the line gets crossed, it's done. He don't bend and he don't pretend. What he says, yeah, he meant it. If it smashes you out, that's the end. That's your problem, not his. Get sent. Eyes locked in, always aware. One wrong move, yeah, you feel that stare. Talk out loud, you might get yelled. Run the chat and ring the bell. It's the eye of the tyrant, it's the thrill of the fight. Rising up to the challenge of the rival. And the last known watcher keeps it tight through the night, and is watching us all with the eye of the tyrant. Rising up straight to the top. Had the guts, got the glory. Went the distance, now he won't stop. Just a man with a will to survive. Every panel, every place, button ready, no delay. One clear rule, keep it straight. Oh, your booty, that's the way. It's the eye of the tyrant, it's the thrill of the fight. Oh, rising up to the challenge of the rival. Oh, and the last one standing keeps the order inside, and he's watching us all with the eye of the tyrant. 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 If you know, you know.
Hello, people. How's it going today? I was messing around with stuff. Okay, hello, Kathy. I see somebody mentioned Dr. Phil. There's Alan. Yep, there's Dr. Phil. Speaking of Dr. I just saw this. I was setting stuff up. He's doing another instructional thing tomorrow. I think it's at 3 o'clock my time, Eastern time. This will be on specifically on making a song. I will assume he's going to do it like the last one, where he'll start from scratch and get some ideas from chat, and we'll all write a song together. It's, correct me if I'm wrong, 3 o'clock Eastern time in the afternoon. Go back. Yep, 20 hours from now. I was planning to have a short video to premiere to you, but when I went to save it, my computer was locking up, and had that happen before, where I've added a lot of clips and stuff to a video. And what I need to do is restart my computer. But I can't do that right now because I didn't want to waste another couple of minutes before I came in. I thought maybe if ever or somebody joined me, I'd hop off for a minute to do that and see if I could get that video to come up and show it to you. It's a little something featuring Todd, of course. So what do you all Phil, put your channel in there while we're talking about it. Although there's not that many people in here, but there might be somebody in here that's not subscribed to you. This stuff is good even if you're not planning on doing anything with AI. You never know, in the future you might want to write a birthday song for, your niece or somebody, and you go, oh, hey, let me go look at that thing Phil did again. What was that he said you should do? We have a visitor from the east.
Hey.
Hey, Jerry.
We're making AI music?
Oh, I have. Ariel makes a lot of it. Phil's doing the instructional thing on it tomorrow.
Oh, I know. I want to see that.
It'd be noon your time if you watch it live.
Ooh, noon. Well, I mean, I'll be watching it. I probably won't be participating in the chat or anything, but I'll be watching it.
So what are you up to?
Oh, nothing. Having a very rare, not much to do afternoon today. Yeah, just taking a little bit of a day off. I've had a couple of injuries as of late. Kind of rolled my ankle, kind of cut my fingers. So I'm kind of recovering. So yeah, it's kind of weird that I don't have nothing to do right now. I was actually waiting for you to come online. I was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna seriously be on top of this live that Muckster's doing." But somehow I passed it. So I was watching shorts, waiting for you to come on, and somehow the time went by. I was like, "Oh, it already got started."
Well, I just started a couple of minutes ago, but yeah, I do that all the time. I'll look at it'll be something I'm going to watch, and it'll be like an hour and a half, and I get doing stuff, and all of a sudden I look and I go, oh, hey, it's 9 o'clock or whatever.
Yeah, time just flies by when you're watching stuff, huh?
That's like I got an idea for a video, and I still had time before my time was set to go live, and I said, oh, I'll be able to get this, and then I'm glad I set this for quarter after instead of 6 o'clock because I was right at the last minute trying to finish it up. And then I couldn't get the damn thing to save anyway, so I'll have to wait till later.
Oh boy. Yeah, yesterday was fun, or the day before, I should say. The May the 4th stuff, that was fun.
Yeah. Were you in Spider Dogs for that? Oh yeah, because you came up for a while, didn't you?
Yeah, I came in after because it was taking a while to put down the link. And I understand why, but I was just like, man, by the time this guy puts down the link, this thing's gonna be over. And I saw that he put it down. I'm like, cool. So when I went up, that you were already up there. that I don't know, I guess the Aussie lady was starting to get on your nerves.
She just would not shut up. I mean, well, the thing that, well, actually, Dickbag wouldn't shut up, but then she kept interrupting and had to comment on everything everybody said. And she was really loud, so that just got to me. So I thought, I'm going to get out of here before I get too frustrated and ruin Spider Dog's thing, you know? Her name's Megan, Lola.
I mean, she was just excited. I mean,
Yeah.
she's a lovely lady. She was just excited to talk about that stuff, and you could tell.
Yeah.
When people get excited, sometimes they don't know what they're doing. They just they just have to talk. And yeah, I get what she was like that.
That's why I like being here. So
You like
I can turn people, I can turn their volume down, or I could say to them, "Hey, let other people have a chance to talk," and no one can say, "Well, who are you to say that to people in my channel?"
right. Well, I mean, you did kind of open up the floor for me because it was funny because I was sitting down, I was sitting down there, and it was like I must have been down there for a good like half hour before you said like, "Oh, let me
Yeah.
say hi to Jerry."
I know they were just ignoring you. They never even acknowledged when you came in. Obviously, Spider Dog saw you because he let you in, but then they just kept talking and talking. And yeah, yeah, I guess I never knew it before YouTube. I guess I'm a little bit of a control freak.
A little bit.
Actually, I guess I never knew it because for the last 25 years of my working career, I was the boss. So it was just natural to be in control of everything. So
Yeah, you do seem very natural in that role.
that's a nice way of saying you like to boss people around.
I don't like you're a little bit more natural in it. I like when I've been put in that position, it's like I kind of have to warm up to it, like I'm not I don't take charge automatically, but if I need to, I will, you know. It's a different kind of taking charge. Yours is, I think yours is more like natural, more like you're comfortable in that role. I'm more like okay, some order needs to be brought to this, so I need to I have to put on my big boy pants and do it.
Hey,
There's
Clark,
a difference in that.
well, can I give you two big, for me, a couple of managerial things anytime you're in that. One, do not um, micromanage.
Yeah,
If a person is getting done what you need done, leave them alone. Some people they like to go, "Ooh, you should do it this way. You should do it that way." All you care about is the end product. If
right.
you need this done and the person's doing it, who cares how they get there? Two, as much as possible, do not criticize people in front of others. Take them. I mean, obviously, I do it here all the time, but there's no back room here. But generally, and especially don't do it in front of customers. But, you know, take them somewhere else and go, look, you can't be talking to customers that way, or whatever it is. Or, hey, make sure when you do this that you're marking everything, whatever it is they're doing wrong. You just don't do it in front of other people, especially don't do it in front of customers. That's like the main stuff. Um,
Yeah.
and just don't take credit for other people's work. You know,
Oh,
I
that's
I
yeah.
always I always would talk about we, even if there was something, if there was a project, like especially like not so much at work, but when I was with the fire company and stuff like that. If there was a project that I came up with the idea, I did all the work on it, whatever it was, and at the end, then I'd be talking to like the newspaper, and I'd say, well, we are doing this. We did, you know what I mean? It's like, and but if there's other people that do stuff, when you're in charge, give them credit. Oh yeah, hey, great job on that, Jerry. Anyway, just
Right.
some
No,
little.
yeah. That's that. No, that. Hey, that's exactly like how I approach things. Like when I was running my weed shop, whenever we had like like good sales and stuff like that, like hey guys, we're doing a great job. We're all doing a great job. We're keeping up with the things that we need to do. Everybody's doing like their role. That's why we are doing great right now. And whenever like things were going kind of like downhill and stuff like that, I wouldn't necessarily put it on anybody. I just be like, man, like like there must be something that I'm not doing right. But like like let's keep working. Let's everybody keep on task, and then like each individual like that I felt was kind of like slowing down or like not doing what they were supposed to do. Then I'll take them like hey like what's up with you? Like you're normally this fast, you're normally this good, but like you're not there. What's going on? And sometimes it'll be something personal or it'll be something that like they're not happy with what they're doing or whatever, and like and then from there like I try to fill them out.
Yeah,
Yeah. Most of the time when I was, especially when it was my shop, it was like whenever we did something, like it was always we when we were
yeah,
when we when we're doing good, when the sales were up and everything, it's we're doing this, we're winning this, and anytime I had to deal with an individual, it was always on the low, quietly, and any failure that anybody would have to talk about, it would be mine. I never let somebody else talk about like somebody else. It'd be like no, I'm doing it's this is my failure. I'm the manager. I'm the one who's running the shop. So it's my failure as a manager, not none of the employees.
yeah,
That's usually
yep.
how I think that.
Well, like Lola said here, Lola, that's always been, well, I don't know about always, but my theory of friendship. I do that all the time. When there's something, I will have my friends back, and then afterwards I'll take them aside and be like, "Yo, asshole, that was totally your fault." And my version of that in the workplace is when somebody would come in with a complaint, I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry that happened. Let me fix that for you, whatever." I wouldn't like say, "Oh, well, Jerry messes that up all the time." It's like I would just, it's part of it's part of that we thing. I'm sorry that happened to you. And then afterwards, whoever it was, I'll go, you screwed that up again. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, my first real job out of high school, the first 2 summers, I was 17, so I mean, I was really naive or whatever. But so my first 2 summers, I worked construction. First summer was illegal because you had to be 18, but my father was the office manager. But anyway, the first summer, I had a guy that was like the foreman of the crew I was with. He was real easy going and stuff, and that crew always like exceeded what was expected of them. It was a road construction thing, and it was like hauling dirt and all this stuff. But anyway, that crew. The next summer, I had a guy who was just like always on everybody's ass. Get this done, did it,
Yeah.
But he said, it was like, look, if we haul more than however many tons it was this week, I'll buy beer on Saturday. Only once that whole summer did we have beer. And that's when I first started realizing, if you just let people do what they're doing, usually they'll perform better. You know,
Yeah.
because it was like, like I said, the bribery did not work as well as just, encouraging people and whatever. So that's kind of how I started developing my management theory.
Oh, I don't know. My first job was illegal too. I worked at a tire shop when I was 15 to 16. I worked with my uncle at a tow yard, and I would basically change all the tires to all the like tow trucks and all the like the cars that came in. and I just remember that experience was more like getting used to like that like having an everyday like clock in clock out, you know what I mean, doing like time to lean time to clean type of stuff, you know what I mean. That's where I got like that little bit, because like I'm pretty sure if my very first legal job I would have had all of those things, I probably would have not have moved so quickly up the ladder, because
Mm.
they got a like a very matured young employee in me when I started working at KB Toys, because when I worked for my uncle put instilled all those like things like, hey, what are you doing right now? I'm like, well, I already did all the tires, so what am I supposed to do? And he'll be like, well, you're not supposed to be sitting down while you're while you're waiting for your next task, you know. And he'll be like, go get a broom, start sweeping, and then when I tell you to do something, then like you can do something, you know. And I'm like, all right. So I kind of got used to that, and then the next thing was like getting used to like finding tasks for myself to be busy. So I learned that, you know what, these guys will appreciate if I clean the windows, right? So I would clean the windows for all the cars and stuff like that, and slowly but surely, like getting there, understanding that they're more appreciative of me, using my time up to do something, productive, instead of just, like waiting for someone to come tell me something. So by the time I got into my real job, where I was at KB Toys, I was 17 when I got my job at KB Toys. They didn't know what to do with me, because they were like, holy cow, like this kid, like, like he's young, but like we don't have to be behind his butt, and he's like he does everything possible to try to, like, to work things out the correct way and stuff like that. So they would just give me like new responsibility after new responsibility, and I was just killing it. And next thing I know, I turned 18. I was assistant manager like right away, and that's what kind of like things went downhill, because I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to be an assistant
Oh
manager.
yeah.
I wasn't ready to
Well,
have power. Power at 18 is not good.
there was a book, oh, like 50 years ago. Now the things don't read into the title. It was called the Peter Principle. It was by a guy by the name of Peter,
I'm guessing.
and it talked about people rising to the level of their incompetence.
Mm.
And it's basically it's like what you were just describing. It's like, say it's like a factory, and you start off just you're working the factory floor, right? And and you're really good at whatever it is, the machine you're doing. And so then they make you a shift supervisor. And you're a shift supervisor for a while, and you're doing a really good job at that. And so then they bump you up again to whatever would come next, and then they bump you up again till eventually they make you the vice president of operations, and you can't handle it. You've gone beyond, what your ability. But the thing is, nobody ever, like in business, thinks of it, or a person does. They can't like come to you and say, you know what, you're just not making it as vice president. We're going to knock you back down to, whatever you were before that because you were really good at that. Nope. Instead, the guy gets fired and you lose somebody who was really good, but you just ended up promoting them too high. And that's kind of what you're saying there. You
Yeah.
became assistant manager and it wasn't what you were ready for yet.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that type of responsibility, where like, I'm a kid basically, I was still like, like trying to impress the young girls that were coming in and stuff like that, like, and I wasn't looking like they should have really gave it to somebody who was like, already into like, like college and stuff like that, or like had bigger visions, because I wasn't. I was just like, ooh, look at me, I'm assistant manager, I've got power to tell people what to do and stuff like that, and I just be like,
Uh,
just completely like like doing bad things and stuff like that, like and at some point I understood, where where I was going wrong. But like I was just like, man, if I could do it here, like it's one of those naive things where it's like I I made it this far here, like they can fire me and I'll go somewhere else, not knowing that reputation carries with you. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
it's yeah. Yeah. So like I got real corrupted, I guess you could say. Like in that power that they gave me, because yeah, I was a bad I was really bad at that. Not just saying in the sense that I wasn't ready for it, but in the sense that I was abusing it in a really bad way. Uh, I would be like telling like all the girls like, oh, you guys want Friday off? I'll give you Friday off for sure. You know what I mean? Like it was so bad. It was so bad. But yeah, that's what happens. They should have just kept me as that good employee that they liked. I mean, KB Toys was the first place I got Employee of the Month. It was the first place I got like any kind of recognition for doing what I considered like things that people shouldn't thank me for. Um, but it felt good. It felt good, and I felt acknowledged, I guess you could say, in a way, but it really just fed my ego in bad ways. It created a very bad person, which I look back on as a lesson. Of course, I don't I'm not happy that I was that person, but it did create a very very bad person, in me, that later on I regret it because yeah, like I said, things went downhill from there.
Well, you just look at it as education.
Yeah.
Well,
What
you say, uh,
did I say, Lola?
you said something about something from behind, and so they were doing the Todd thing.
I don't know, man. I look back on those days and I think to myself, like, man, like if I could just like, if I could just choke that Jerry, like if I could just get a chance to be alone with that Jerry and just tell him like, bro, you are just so stupid in the way you're doing things right now. And if you just take the time to like realize like the type of opportunities that people are putting in front of you, you're probably not gonna mess up the rest of your life, buddy. But it's one of those things like like hindsight, and all that.
Yeah. Well, that's something, oftentimes people will ask, do you have any regrets in your life? And there's those people go, no, I don't regret anything because everything I did before led me to be the person I am now. And I always think, yeah, there's something wrong with you. Because if you don't have any great regrets, I just, to me, it's like you said, there's things you wish you could go back with the knowledge you have now. Especially for me, it's like anytime that I unintentionally hurt somebody,
Yeah.
sometimes you'll like say or do something and you don't run it. It's like, yeah, I wish I could go back now and say that differently or do that differently. And I just feel like if there's people that don't feel that way, then there's something wrong with them. And those are people that there's a psychological term for. I learned this, in my many 2 classes of psychology. Those people are called Todd.
True, man. And for real, like there's a lot of, like I said, I had many moments where like I wish that I could take back something that was said and stuff like that, like because I
Yeah.
think I think at that moment, like I wasn't I just wasn't mature enough to handle what was going on, and then like now that I think back at it, like I said, like maybe if I would just taken a step back, maybe if I would not argued something that somebody else was arguing, like just like said, you know what, I'm not gonna argue that. I'm not gonna take that far. Then probably things would have worked out a little bit different.
Well, I can tell you, I regret in my life not to get too serious, but I wish I had a chance to sit and listen to some of my mother's stories again. You know, at the time I used to be like, oh, I've heard this before. I'll tell you,
Oh,
if I had the chance now, I would just sit and listen.
yeah, yeah. No, my grandpa, my grandpa had this tendency to like tell me, you know, like repeat stories a lot, you know, and like
Mm.
I feel like I heard them all, but like I'd give anything to hear them again now.
I like Stone Vet has started recording his dad telling stories. That'd be something great to have that you could go back
Yeah,
and watch.
yeah. The only thing I think I have of my grandpa is a voicemail that he left me. Like, hey, answer your phone. That's like the last thing I have recorded on. When I'm hoping I could keep it. I've been transferring it over to different things, but like that's the last thing I got. Um, but yeah, now I you know, it's one of those things like, man, you don't you think about it, it's like, man, I could have done that. I could have just recorded stuff that he said, you know. But like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah, put that up on the cloud somewhere.
yeah, I'm glad he's doing that though. You know, it's good. That's I don't know.
Well, that's like
Go ahead.
something I didn't realize that I think it's the Smithsonian um, was doing, probably still doing. I saw too late that they were recording people's World War II stories, you know,
Oh
and
wow.
they were also they were recording um, like the home front stories, not just soldiers. And my mother was a Rosie Riveter. If I'd have known it at the time, I'd have had her recorded for that, talking about working in the factories and making the fighter planes.
What? You don't need to be polite to me, Cart. You know that. You're so mean. One of these days, Cart. One of these days, I'm gonna show up on your front door. Watch, you won't even notice. I'll be right there. I'll be right there. Damn, I love Cart. Uh, I just always wonder. I wonder how old she is. I wonder if Cart is like, you know, like if she's like a really really old lady, or she's like a like imagine she's like much younger than what we realize. Like she's like a young lady, and she's over here just like messing with us. She's like, what they don't know is that I'm like this young hot, you know, like 30-year-old who's out here driving a Ferrari over here in Australia.
You know, people are whatever you imagine them to be. Whatever image you have of them, then that's who they are.
That's true. Ah, God, I need a beer right now.
Why?
I don't know. Just something just hit my. Ugh. That something just told me like maybe it's an advertisement or something. Maybe it's the dry weather. I don't know. For I remember I got into a Ferrari once and said to myself like people people try to drive in these things. Man, I didn't fit in it. It was terrible.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was. Oh my god. it was the tightest thing. Well, second tightest fit. The first tightest fit that I've had in a car is actually a Hyundai. You know Hyundai cars, like
Yeah.
yeah. It was when I was buying my first car, and I was looking for a deal, and they told me try this Hyundai Sonata. It's a 4-door, and yeah, like it's very cheap, and I'm like, all right, let's try it out. Man, I did not fit in that thing. Hyundai Sonata, I'll never forget it.
For off the Autobahn. Sorry, I just had to do that. Well, that's how I always used to say I had the personality for a sports car and the body for a pickup truck. When I was in college, I used to love to drive my one buddy's Trans Am. He was always high, so they'd get me to go out for munchies and that. And
Nice.
I'd run out. I'd run out for pizza. The shop was about a mile from campus, and I'd be gone for about an hour because I would just drive that thing around.
That's what I'm talking about. I, my favorite car that I bought mostly was Camaros. I've had Camaros more than anything.
Yeah.
My first car was an '89 T-top Camaro uh, with uh, with the IROX and everything, and then second Camaro after that was the Z. What was it? The Z10 or something like that. Yes, I can't remember exactly. Um, but it was a fully kit Camaro, like I think it was like a '92 or something like that. Love that Camaro, and then third Camaro from that was a '99 Camaro, and that Camaro I ended up not having for more than 6 months. I crashed it because it was probably one of the most powerful ones that I had, and couldn't help but race it and be like up and down racing it like putting it to the test and everything, and I blew the tranny, just completely blew it.
Okay, somebody clip that. Jerry saying he once blew a tranny.
Damn it, you know what I meant.
I'm sure we do.
Yeah. I blew a tranny and what? I had to. Oh, damn it. Oh, shit. uh, yeah, I blew a tranny. Well, when you have, it's just that when it's that powerful, you can't help it. You just gotta go for it.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's like what Phil said about, well, if he was serious or not, you never know. Keeping his Ferrari in Germany. I mean, that'd be the place to be with a car like that. You could go out there on that Autobahn and just open it up and go nuts with it.
Man, I've always wondered what it's like to drive on that thing, Autobahn.
Yeah. Around here, it's a waste to have anything like that
Yeah.
because about the only place you could open it up is to go out on the interstate, and that would last about 2 minutes before a state cop got you.
I've had experiences with with BMWs and Audis, and like driving them for a little bit, but I usually have to give them back right away. uh, but yeah, those are I love the way those drive. Like they're so smooth. It's like you're not even trying. Like with a Camaro, with an American sports car, it's like you feel every like every inch of that. You know, it's like you can feel the weight of the car and everything. But with those Audis and those BMWs, like it's like a video game basically. You know, it's like it's like you don't feel the speed. You don't know. You got to be very careful.
You know, one time at the library, this one lady I used to work with, her son, or not son, nephew rather, was a U.S. Marshal. He came up to visit. And he was at the library, and it was time for me to leave. And he says, "You want to ride?" And I said, "Yeah." He had a BMW, and we went and took this trip around, and then he says, "Well, so where should I drop you off?" I said, "Back at the library." I drove to work. I said, I've never been in a BMW before."
Uh, was there more to that?
The what?
Did Was there more to that, or you just that's where the story ends?
That was my entire story. I don't
Oh,
need
very
to
good.
go on forever.
Very
I
good.
just I just wanted to ride in his Beamer. Didn't need to
Very good.
ride home.
Did you like it?
It was all right actually. I guess didn't ride much different than any other luxury car I've been in.
Very well. Stop it, first. Oh boy. Where's Mr. Phil? Phil, where are you, man? Why don't you come up here? I want to hear about your car rides.
Mr. Phil doesn't exist anymore.
He doesn't? Why is he back to doctor?
No. Yeah, I went ahead and promoted him again.
Oh, okay. What kind of car you got? Car without doxing yourself. You don't have to give us your license plate, but what kind of car you drive? you know,
Right.
the thing I'm terrible at is driving motorcycles. Like I got on I got on a motorcycle long time ago, and I burned the shit out of my legs, so I didn't want to get on them anymore. And then I did it again. I wanted to ride a Harley that my cousin had, and I tried riding it, and I fell on my side and hurt my hip really bad. And I was like, you know what? Screw motorcycles. They're not for me. I've never ridden one since.
Can I give you a little pro tip? You're not supposed to lean your shins against the exhaust pipe.
I gotta learn that after I burned the shit out of my leg. I'll never forget that burn. That burn was similar to one when I was a kid. And it was just one of those burns where it's like I know there's something wrong here. Something's really wrong right now, and something like I don't know what it is. And the next thing you know, it's like hi yi, and it's like there it is. That was wrong. Half of my leg was getting cooked this whole time.
I'll tell you, I wish I had a bike now. With the price of gas.
Ooh, yeah. Gas sucks. I don't know. Priuses are cool now. Priuses would make up. I think they'll make up for not having a motorcycle. I had a Prius. Yes, I had a Prius, and it did me really good. I had a Prius for like the time that I had my my shop and everything, and it just did great. It like great mileage. Never really got it. Never really had any problems. I mean, the most I ever did maintenance wise was the oil change, and it was great. It was a great car. That's me for a long time until I got into an accident, flew off the edge of a freeway, and the chassis broke. Don't ask me how that happened.
I think if I could get something now, I'd get a trike. That way I wouldn't have to worry about getting through a red light and forgetting to put my feet down so I don't fall over.
Oh yeah, they don't make too many of those though. The three wheelers.
Yeah. I notice most of the ones I see now, they have the two wheels in the front instead of the back. I'm not sure if that gives you more steering control or what the deal is with that.
Or isn't there like this one called the Lotus or something like that? That's like a three wheeler. I'm not sure if it's a motorcycle, but it's got two seats, and it's got one like gigantic wheel in the front and two in the back.
I think I know the one. I think I know. You know, it's more of like a car because it's all enclosed.
Yeah,
I think I've seen video of that. Yeah.
I wonder if that has good gas mileage on it. I'm not sure though. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Phil says Lotus makes sports cars. Lotus Elise.
Polaris.
Polaris. Whoa.
What about them sun panel cars? Or I mean, I know that they had those sun panel car races. But like, did that ever come of anything? And did they ever make sun panel cars?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, man, this is where did I see this? Reading Rainbow? Is this Reading Rainbow? I think I saw this in Reading Rainbow. But they had these like sun panel race cars where like they make these cars with sun panels on them, and the race would be like something like, you know, cross country or something like that, and they had to like the you know, like the car had to be all sun panels, like, you know, like those solar panels, and basically, yeah, solar powered, yeah. Did they ever? Nothing ever came of that, huh? They never made any solar powered cars, huh?
So did they only race at night and let them sit there all day and recharge?
I have no idea how the race worked. I think I saw one segment on Reading Rainbow, and then like another segment like in another. I want to say like one of these how do they make it type of shows or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah. I think they could run at night. I think because they had like batteries and stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah, Phil said the panels were too big to really be useful in a regular car. Maybe if they get them to be more efficient, that might be something.
Yeah. Well, I just remember these yeah, it was a college thing, and I do remember like these cars were like basically it was just like one big solar panel, like the winner was like one that was like just a flat out solar panel, like one big solar panel with like three wheels, and like the wheels were like little bicycle wheels, and the driver was like I guess in a very uncomfortable front seat. But yeah. I guess they were unpractical, but I figured like, you know, the technology would get better by then. I mean, we're talking about like I saw this like in like 1995. I think I saw these examples. You know.
Well, I was hoping it was a while ago since you said it was Reading Rainbow.
Well, Reading Rainbow has been around since like yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're sitting around watching Reading Rainbow now, I'd be a little more worried about you than I already am.
Nah, dude. Hey, you know what? if Reading Rainbow was around still right now, I'd watch it. I don't care. And I'll probably have to get my niece to tell her like, hey, come on, I want to show you something, just so I could say that I'm showing it to her and not wanting to watch it myself. But I'll tell you one thing: that's LeVar Burton was LeVar Burton before he was Geordie LaFord for me. Yes, is there something wrong with that, Dr. Phil? He's a good guy. I mean, you want to talk about clean images? I mean, when did that guy ever had a sullied moment in his career? I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
Did he?
Yes.
Did? What did he do?
Yeah. Whenever Ed Asner had to cut his foot off because he kept running away.
Oh, Jesus.
That was LeVar Burton played the young Kunta Kinte.
Yeah. No. What's your name, boy? Kunta. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Butterfly in the sky. I can go twice as high.
Yeah. Reading Rainbow was after my time.
Oh yeah, you were too old for that. You couldn't be watching that.
In fact, Sesame Street didn't come out until I was in junior high.
Man, you missed everything. You missed all the cool kid stuff.
I mean, I had Captain Kangaroo and Romper Room.
Yikes. I don't know. I like the Reading Rainbow a lot. Let me see here. Sesame Street wasn't really my thing. But it had its moments. Because I liked all the little the little stuff in between, like the little skits in between, because I was into Muppets and stuff like that. Mr. Green Jeans.
Yeah, he was Captain Kangaroo's buddy, and I had Miss. Miss Sally. I think it was. I just learned a few years ago that Romper Room, they had regional people. Different places had a different host.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, Captain Kangaroo had Mr. Green Jeans, and he had Bunny Rabbit puppet. Oh, and then there was also what's her name? Is that Kukla Fran and Ollie? That the lady with puppets? Oh, I forget now.
You're talking about oh no, that was later. I was gonna say Lamb Chop Play Along, but that's later.
Lamb Chop is the one I'm trying to think of. Yeah, the lady that had Lamb Chop.
Yeah, Sherry was oh shit.
Yeah, that's it. Yep, it was Sherry something.
Yeah, she's like that's crazy, man. She's like she was all like throughout Hollywood, like, but it's you see, she was one of she's like one of the first examples of somebody like that like Sherry Lewis. There you go, Sherry Lewis.
Yeah,
she was like one of the first examples of people that's like she did kid stuff, but like she was into adult stuff, man. Like like she took Lamb Chop into the Playboy Mansion, like
really.
Yeah, like she was like it's crazy though. Like like nowadays people wouldn't stand for that kind of shit. They'd be like, what? Like she went to the Playboy Mansion and this and that. They're probably like all kinds of controversies and whatnots. But yeah, she liked her adult humor and her adult stuff. Yeah, she was into her adult humor and stuff like that. So she had her moments, and then she did her kid stuff. She separated it though. Like it's not like she brought the kid stuff into the adult stuff, and that's the way things should be, always.
I can picture Lamb Chop just there, like head going back and forth, just looking like with a what the fuck look on his little lammy face.
Dude, I swear, you guys can look it
Sure.
up. There's a video of her in the Playboy Mansion talking to Hugh Hefner. Just Google that shit, motherfuckers.
She was blackballed for advocating abortion rights.
This is the song that doesn't. Oh goddamn.
Miss Patty, that's who my romper room lady was, Miss Patty.
Miss Patty.
She used to piss me off because she would never see me in her magic mirror. I'd be sitting there, my poor little 3-year-old self going, I'm right here. I'm right here.
Ah, damn, man. That's that. You see that kind of shit, like being a little kid and stuff like that. That's the type of magic I wish that I could relive and shit. You know.
Yeah.
That's why I tell people, like, you know, like when I was reliving like that whole Star Wars stuff, like, man, that Star Tours, that whole ride was like, damn, man, that feels so real to me. You know. I was like, man, I was in space and everything.
I was thinking about that when we were talking about stuff and how the special effects have changed. And I thought, it'd be great, like a 5-year-old, if they watch the old ones now with the bad special effects, it wouldn't affect them. They'd be still, they'd be seeing space and that. They wouldn't be going, oh, look, that costume doesn't look right.
Yeah. No, and that's the thing about, like, you know, those old, like, you know, Star Wars things and stuff like that. You know, like when you see it, you're not thinking about like, oh, look at that costume or look at that. You know, it's like wow, like they're on a different planet and whoa, look at that. It's nothing but sand, and it's like, I don't know, man. I wish I could go back. I wish I could lose all my cynicism and have the imagination of a child again. Especially when I go see movies, because it's like, fuck. I can't go to a movie without being like, oh, look at that effect. They didn't try hard enough there. Man, I wish I could. I wish I could go to space. I wish I had the body to do so. That'd be nice.
Actually, I was just thinking, I wish they would send Trump. Can you get one-way tickets?
I think that's what they
Okay,
are right now,
Mr.
right?
Trump. It's okay, Mr. Trump. We're going to land you on the sun at nighttime so it doesn't burn you up.
Are they still trying to do that sending people to Mars thing?
They talk about it, but I think they're pretty far away from being able to do that.
'Cause I know that they do that. That's a one-way ticket right now, right?
Well, when they first started talking about the moon, there were some guys proposing that they land them on the moon and then figure out how to get them back because they were trying to make sure they beat the Russians.
Right.
And it was like, well, if we land them on the moon and then we can send them the stuff to put together to, and luckily there were people who went, yeah, that doesn't sound like a good idea.
Speaking of people landing on the moon, all those landing moon conspiracy people were having a fit with this last rocket that they sent out there, right?
Yeah.
They're like, what are they doing? Oh, this is all fake. This is all fake.
You know, the thing about those people who believe that kind of conspiracy, do you realize how many thousands of people would have to be in on that and keep their mouths shut for all these years?
Yeah, I know. It's almost like it was the funny thing is that it feels like it would cost just as much to try to like hold that kind of conspiracy than it is to actually like send somebody. So, like, would it really be worth it? Like, damn.
Uh, Alan, I'm not going to read any book that would have an alien by the name of John Smith. That just seems silly.
Doesn't Todd think that he didn't land on the moon and stuff like that? Or am I tripping?
Um, I wouldn't be surprised since he doesn't believe there was an atom bomb.
Oh, hell no. Why does he not believe that? That's like, what?
He said it was just regular old fire bombs.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I think the people in Nagasaki and Hiroshima will tell you it's something different.
That's right, yeah. Um, and the thing about Todd is he brags about not reading. So all these theories and conspiracies of his just comes out of his imagination.
Makes sense. Moon landing wars.
By, by the way, I hope you're not talking to me, Alan, because obviously I knew it was Robert Heinlein if I knew the main character's name was John Smith.
Uh,
Don't mess with me about science fiction books.
Lola, he might, and he's,
Uh,
and I've said this a lot. I've said this a lot in SV's chat and other people's panels and stuff. He's not original. He's not. There's
uh,
nothing original about him. So like he'll cling on to anything that sounds edgy and just say it, but he doesn't understand the substance to it. So even if he repeats something that's stupid or that doesn't have anything like scientifically based to it or anything like that, uh he'll never understand why people say it. He just says it because he knows that it causes controversy.
I just said that in Discord today. There was, I forget what it was that Todd was talking about yesterday or whatever. Oh, I didn't see it. It had something to do with the invention of penises or something like that. He's obsessed. He's obsessed with penises and assholes. But anyway, somebody said that actually came from somebody else saying it online a couple of years ago, and that's what I said. I said, does he ever really say anything original? It's just he's just always copying somebody else.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that.
Hmm.
Because he definitely has the abandonment issues. That's why he always pushes people away because he's afraid they're going to leave him. So he feels like if he pushes them away, that it's nothing wrong. It's not his fault.
Yeah.
It's not that they left because there's something wrong about me. It's I got rid of them first.
Yeah, I guess I could see that. I feel like I got abandonment issues. Like my dad told me that I didn't belong to him.
Yeah.
And that kind of hurt for a while, but I don't know. I guess I had a lot of other people that pick up the slack because I hate pushing away people. Like I don't like I don't like I unless there's a real reason, and what I consider real reasons are like real like disagreements and like in morality and stuff like that. That makes me want to like not be cool with people. But like I don't like I don't necessarily like to push people away, and I don't know if that's an abandonment thing. Maybe I just have trouble like letting go. But I don't know. I don't necessarily like to
Yeah.
like just throw people away. Like I don't, and I give a lot of people the benefit of the doubt. Like I really want to know if they're like they truly have some sort of like hatred towards me, and if they do, well then yeah, let them go. I'll let them go.
I think everybody has some sort of neuroses.
Mm,
Maybe not like serious type, but I think everybody's fucked up in some little way or other. It's just that
yeah,
some people are like really fucked up.
yeah. I don't know.
And that's the kind of thing I've said before, and I've said it for years actually. Like Todd's a perfect example. Another one is Chris Ryder, who I'm convinced was him and Todd were twins separated at birth. But you know, people have fucked up childhoods,
Yeah.
and it affects them obviously. But I feel like after a certain age, when you get to be 25 or 30, you have problems.
Yes. Yes.
And when you say things like, "Well, my father was a drunk, my mother never hugged me," whatever it is,
Right.
it's like, you know what? You're a fucking adult. You know that's the problem. Fix it.
Absolutely.
If you have
Absolutely.
to go to if you have to go to therapy or just whatever. But don't use that as an excuse for the rest of your fucking life.
Yes. No, at 100%. I'm with you on that. Like like I said,
Mm,
I'd say things like like my pops, like I said, wasn't very accepting of me. He thought that I wasn't his, and he proclaimed that for a
mm,
very long time. It was very hurtful, and it wasn't good and everything. But like when I got to a certain age, I was like, you know what, that that want and need to have him around me is gone now. Like I didn't I did like yeah, it sucked. I wish that he would have accepted me and we would have had a like a regular you know son like father type of relationship. But you know whatever, what I mean. My grandpa stepped up, my uncle stepped up. I had a cousin
mm.
who treated me like an older brother and stuff like that. And like and all of that came together. And like I was, at some point I was like, you know what, I can't blame all of my shortcomings on that relationship. And yeah, you're right. It's like you get to a certain age, and for me it was about 24. I think I want to say 24, 25. Yeah, just about that age. um and I remember struggling with having a relationship, and had to deal with an abortion and stuff like that, and just like coming to terms with all that stuff. And it just like it all came together, and I was like, you know what, all of my shortcomings aren't about my dad. They're
Yeah,
about me now. They're about the things that I do. And yeah, man, you're absolutely right with that.
yeah. He's also, and do we really want to spend forever talking about Todd? But he's such an interesting topic to make fun of. He's also great on the self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yes.
Yeah, he says things will go wrong, so he makes them go wrong.
He's that what's that saying, everything that can go wrong will go wrong. What's that?
Yeah, that's uh, that's Murphy's law.
There you go.
Of course, I also like he's big on the. Well, I told you 2 years ago that this would happen. Yeah, sure. Let's roll that tape, Todd.
and I love a lot of the stuff that when he talks about Kaiser and stuff like that, because he knows for a fact that if I didn't shoot out to his live and I didn't shoot into his DMs, he would have no idea of Kaiser.
Yeah.
I fed him so much information about because when I was on my Kaiser tour, and I came to you guys, I came to a lot of different like panels and streams, and I was informing everybody about Kaiser, and Todd was one of them, and it just makes me laugh when he talks about that stuff because it's like, bro, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have any kind of information when it comes to that, like none. Like you would have been caught dead, like not knowing nothing about that.
You know, something I remember when first met you, he said in quotes, is that was right about the time that so many people were mad at you and stuff. And I can remember a couple of people saying, you shouldn't be giving him a platform. You shouldn't be giving him a platform. And I said, yeah, fuck you. It ain't your channel. Oh, yeah, he is such a victim.
Shit, Jesus. Well, I know people wanted wanted to completely like rewrite information that was put out there about Kaiser, especially leaving me out of it. But it's cool. Like I said, I told the same people who try to rewrite me out of it. Like I was like, hey, I never wanted credit for this shit. Is I just wanted to feel right about like bringing that dude on. See, the thing is that my thing wasn't ever like, oh, I was out to get stolen valor people or anything like that. It was that I helped that dude, like with his with him like creating lives and starting to get out there and giving him the connection between him and his and people to like have a voice out there, without knowing that history of them and stuff like that. So like
Yeah.
once I figured it out, I was like, well, shit, like kind of feel responsible for helping them get out there. So now I gotta bring them down. It was never about getting credit for that. And the same people who try to say like, oh well, like stay out of it. It's like, well, fine, I'll stay out of it. I don't care. It's not about that for me. For me, it's about like going up against him because I helped him get up. It's like it's my responsibility. Like I feel bad for that. And I
You
think
know,
that's a lot of people didn't understand when it came to me.
another way that people rewrite history are people like Kafar who pretend they were onto Kaiser way before they actually were.
Yeah,
You know, they'll sit there now and go, "Oh yeah, well I quit him, way back when," and it's like, no, no, you didn't.
yeah. That's where I have a gripe with K4 and KDZ because both of them, and I wish so much that I could get into my old Gmail, the one that has my channel attached to it, because I could show
Yeah,
emails of me way before anybody was going after Kaiser and telling Katie and telling K4, hey, you guys need to back away from this guy. This guy's a murder burglar. He's not a good guy. Please back away from him because I'm gonna start feeding some knowledge to Stone Bet because I know nobody likes Stone Bet because he went after Blue Bacon. I know that, but he's the real deal. Him and this guy, Master Sergeant retired. So like I'm gonna start feeding information to them. So please like just back up. You guys at that time they were like they were okay with me. So I was trying to save them from looking stupid. That's what I was like, like don't look stupid and follow this guy and look dumb. And they basically told me fuck off in so many words. They said fuck off. You don't know what you're talking about. All of that is troll stuff, and you don't know nothing about what you're talking about. And they sent me to hell. And I said, all right, cool. I got you. I got both of y'all. You know, good. I'm glad I know where I stand. You know, and
Yeah, Lolo, that was a good one. I did see that. Might have been watching somebody else's or whatever, but Todd got mad at her, and he's like, "Oh yeah, oh yeah. Well, watch this. I'm gonna text you right now." And I'm sitting there thinking, "Oh yeah, that's really gonna hurt her." You're showing her, Todd. You're sending an angry text. Oh my God, you've just ruined her life. I mean, he actually thinks that he is so important that would make a difference in somebody's life. Oh no, I got an angry text from Todd. Instead of giving somebody something else they could post online to laugh about.
right.
Yes, I'm tired of that shit too, with them using her.
Yeah.
And he's doing it because people got tired of the other crap he was doing, so now they go there to listen to him and Ryder talk about Rabbit and stuff. It's yeah,
Yeah.
assholes.
And it's all like it's all bullshit. All that rabbit bullshit. It's so stupid. It's like what are you trying to make him out to be? Like you're trying to say that he did something to his wife or something, or you're trying to make him out to be like some sort of deviant, some kind or whatever. It's like, dude, like none of that's relevant to the stuff that's being brought out, especially when it comes to Ryder, when it comes to, like it's all, it's kind of like the same shit that people try to do to me, where it's like they're bringing up all kinds of side stuff, like like it's irrelevant. It's really irrelevant to the things that we're talking about, the things that you're trying to discredit me for things that are like side things that have nothing to do with you with anybody but the people that I'm dealing with, but they're trying to make it something bigger than that.
Well, plus, like a couple of 2 high school dropouts are going to crack a case that the professionals are on. Hey, what happened to my?
Yeah, what did happen to it?
Anyway, yeah, this is the short that Phil's talking about.
Burying his cross.
he took a clip I had put up of Billy Graham talking and put the audio to this. I think it's a good one, and it's definitely. Why is it saying it's muted? Is it muted? Okay, no, it's not. Anyway, he put this video to it, and I think it's something that people like Todd really should pay attention to.
And don't you black people ever forget one thing. The man that helped Jesus carry that cross was a black man. And don't ever forget another thing. Jesus belongs to Africa as much as he does to Europe and Asia. He was born in that part of the world that touches Africa and Asia and Europe, and Jesus was not a white man like me, nor was he as black as some of you. We don't know what the color of his skin, but it must have been a dark color like the people of his day, because he was a man like them. Don't ever say it's a white man's religion or a black man's religion. It's a world religion. He belongs to the world.
Oh. My screen just went.
Well, Did I lose you?
Yeah, my computer's starting to.
I don't know. There. You know, there's this sermon. I forgot who says it, and it's about something about you must be weary of following the lion. Uh, Something about that. I forgot how it goes. Uh, that's kind of when I see like Todd and the way he acts and stuff like that. I think about that sermon. Something about we must be careful about following the lion. You can't follow the lion into the lion's den and stuff like that. Shit. Um, Somebody who's got more knowledge than me
Hey,
will know about that.
hey, Jerry, just sit here and ramble for a bit and annoy the people in chat. I've got to do a restart. My computer's screwing up.
I hear you. Uh, all right, here we go. Ramble, 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 ramble. Um, I'm terrible at that. I know, Lola. Uh, but Dr. Phil, do you know what I'm talking about? It's a sermon. I don't remember exactly. It's not. I mean, it's not It's not like a Bible sermon or anything like that. But it was a preacher. Um, he said it a while back ago, and it's something about we must be careful about following the lion. We You don't follow the lion into the lion's den and stuff like that. Geez, and I know I'm butchering it. I'm butchering it. No, no, no. Are you? But you might know it. You might know it. I don't know. I mean, you're smart. You're a smart guy. It is intelligente. What am I supposed to know? I wish I used to know like I used to know where you could find that sermon. But anyways, point is that sermon is something that Todd should really listen to. Because he thinks that he's doing himself a favor by following like people who have like who have gone like and done crazy stuff or whatever. Like he thinks like, oh, he thinks following the line is gonna get him somewhere or whatever, but it's not. It's not. He doesn't understand the ruin, you know. Well, there you go. uh yeah, you probably don't then. I don't know. Me, wow. uh it's oh God. I'll find it. You know what, Dr. Phil, don't quote me on anything that I'm saying just yet. Let me find the exact sermon, and then I'll shoot it to you, so you know what I'm talking about. But it's basically it's basically our yes, that is that's basically what he's saying. We have to be careful about following the lion, the beast, uh into like you know that we're not like thinking that we're doing we're being brave and stuff like that because we're hunting after them and stuff like that, uh and really what we're doing is that we're following into his into the bad stuff, basically, like I'm terrible at it is a wonderful phrase, and it means no worries for the rest of your days. That's exactly it. That's exactly it. Um, uh, it. I wish that I could recall it right now. I'm not recalling it at the moment. Um, but you must be careful about following the lion. You hear that, Todd? Be careful about about you mustn't follow the lion. He probably is. He probably is, Lola. He probably is. Um It means no worries for the rest of your days. Something like that, yeah. Yeah. It's something like that, Dr. Phil. Um, except of course the preacher that was giving that sermon is calling him the lion. So you could just imagine you replace beast with lion, but that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, you must be, careful about falling into the perils of the beast or the lion. Um, point is that you're basically not brave, or you're not doing anything like special by going after this supposed beast or whatever, right? Rawr. Stop it, Lola. Yeah, no, it is one of the few sermons that kind of like got to me early on, when I was young. I especially when I was leaving the faith, because when there was not a lot of things that compelled me to stay in the faith, and so when I was leaving, a few sermons stuck to me. That was one of them. uh and yeah, I just remember like feeling like it was very important to hear that one. Yes, there it is. I wish I could highlight your comment. Yes, there it is. That's exactly it. There you go. There you go. Don't worry about the line you can't see, or worry about the line you cannot see. For where there is one, there are many. Yes, yes, that is it. That is it. You know what I'm talking about, Dr. Phil. You know exactly which one I'm talking about. That's it right there. That was the sermon. It's a very popular one. And it does hit you even if you're not spiritual. It's cool because it's like it says something like scorpions. No, well, scorpions are scary too. Actually, my ex-girlfriend was a Scorpio. Am I saying too much with that? um, Fun stuff though. Fun stuff. That's one of those sermons that I'll never forget. But I kind of forgot. Kind of forgot. Um, and I know if I look up the man who said it, it'll all come back to me. It'll all come back to me. Uh, well, yeah, yeah, cart, of course. No, Dr. Phil, but it'd be nice if I knew it. I think it's BS. He wouldn't be paying anybody. Uh, it all YouTube is a bunch of like talkers, man. Ain't nobody ever do anything correctly around here. I doubt it. I doubt it. I truly doubt it. The Buddhist, the one about the scorpion and the turtle. I'd love to know that one. Do do do. I know. I also know one about what is it? I think it's the scorpion and the crocodile. Is it crocodile? Is it scorpion and the or scorpion and the dog or something like that? Where like the scorpion is on like the dog's back and it has to like has to get it across the river and tell the scorpion not to sting it. The scorpion stings it in anyways. It's like, you got why'd you do that? He's like, because I'm a scorpion. Ah, okay. That's like, well, that was like the snake parable that I put on my channel. Yeah. I don't know if you've seen it. Well, if you've been to my channel, Phil, and you saw the intro, especially, I mean, this is when people were kind of coming at me, and I was like, I'm trying to let everybody know you guys are following what snakes are doing. So it's like I use the snake parable, the little story that they put in what's that movie? Damn it, I can't remember the movie now. Uh, uh, Natural Born Killers. You know that scene in Natural Born Killers where they show the Indian man, and he's talking about the snake, and he's all like he's telling the story about the snake, about the woman who heals the snake, and she's all like she's all like she healed the snake, and then when she's about to let the snake go, it bites her in the face, and she's all like, "Snake, why the hell did you do that?" He's all like, "'Cause I'm a snake, bitch." Well, yeah, I use that. I used that to be part of one of my intros, and it was just kind of like a warning to everybody, like, hey, listen, guys, you guys are over here thinking that like you're being cool because you're hanging out with snakes, but they're gonna bite you. They're gonna bite you, and I think I was right on that. I think everybody who was messing with them got bit already. So there you go. Almost sickening. Yeah, yeah, but you know that was my whole thing. Um, That's crazy, man. It's crazy how things have turned out. You know, things have kind of like flipped the script, and in a way, it's kind of funny because like for all my tantrums that I was throwing out, and I'll call them tantrums because I was throwing tantrums. For all the tantrums that I was throwing, I was like, hey, all I was saying was that like I'm not the bad person. I'm not. Oh, oh, well, thanks, Muckster. What happened to it? It got two things happened to it. One, there was a structure fire during the riots, and it burned, and then a friend, well, what I considered a friend, decided to steal from me at that time, and I didn't know that person had stolen from me, and I didn't really have any backup from other things like insurance and stuff like that. So I pretty much left me broken. I couldn't recover from it. I couldn't recover from any of my losses, and then debt came, and I still have debt. I have like $1 million worth in debt, and like in DWP and all kinds of other stuff. So it's like it's not. It hasn't been easy to come back from it. You know. Yeah. Well, that's life. I and I like like I hate talking about it because I think I'm still not over certain things, but at the same time it's like I think it's important for people to understand that like I'm not just this dude who's been waiting for like handouts or like if like hey waiting for people to pay my bills and stuff like that. It's like I didn't even know that kind of life, like most of my life. It's like it's just shit happens, and I've been trying to recover ever since. How you
Yes,
doing,
I
Mister?
just had a lot of fun. Geez, I was restarting and it finally got it working. Then I came in here and I could see your thing moving, but there was no audio. And I went back and I was changing the settings and I couldn't hear. The microphone wasn't working. And then it's like, hey, moron, check the power. Yeah, my headphones were turned off for some reason. But while I was gone, I did manage to get the video I'd made earlier so people can see what they think of this.
And it's all one big kumbaya happy family of let's try to destroy GS. Now, who could have possibly been sitting in back chats talking shit about yours truly? could have possibly, just like Boot Blockscam claimed, we all just sit around and talk shit about you, GS. We all laugh. Huh. We all laugh about you. You're just a big joke to us, GS. Do you remember that? Do you remember him saying that? Well, who seemed to have blessed off on it? Who seemed to have given off the memo that I was the only one that didn't get the memo? So when all roads lead to JJ Scarborough and everyone's saying, open your eyes, bro. Who's behind it? Who's the one giving all the marching orders? It's obvious.
We all laugh about you.
We all laugh about you. You're just a big joke.
Yes.
Do you remember that? Do you remember that? Do you remember him saying that? We all laugh about you. You're just a big joke to us, GS. Do you remember that? Do you remember him saying that?
We all laugh about you. You're just a big joke to us, GS. Do you remember that?
So that'll be uploaded shortly.
Jesus. Did you think mess up again, Muckster? Are you there?
I think I'm here. I was looking at a different tab. What?
Hit tabs. Tap. I thank you guys for your B pluses, by the way. I did have my own channel at one point.
You used to do a lot of solo, didn't you?
Yeah, rambling was my thing. And to be fair, like to the whole like rambling situation, I was, when I started my channel, I was on the brink of wanting to start a stand-up career, because I have two buddies who've done stand-up like for the last 5, and they made connections and stuff like that, and they've always told me like, yeah, you should do it, man, do it. And my whole thing was like, okay, I'll do my channel and I'll work out and I'll work out stand-up routines, like I'll work out just like having like different things that I could work out here, like never expecting to have like having whole sessions, like where I would be talking about somebody or anything like that, I mean, I think I had some gold there, somewhere on there, in those. I mean, so some of them are popular, like some people like listening to them. I had other moments that built other moments. I think one of the moments that SV likes is where I'm making fun of Kaiser, and then Kaiser comes back with him and his butt buddies are making fun of gay people. It's one of those great moments. But yeah, man, I had moments. I don't know. I think I did. I mean, before all the nonsense where people were coming after me, people I think actually enjoyed being there. It was only until all the nonsense started coming out and everything, and then of course, what I think was what was really hurtful, and that I didn't like, I never really fought against, was that there was like whole campaigns in Discord that were going up against me, and I wasn't really like fighting against them, and so that really hurt my audience. So, but whatever, lo que será será, and I'm better for it now.
Yeah. I wish you could figure out how to get that email back so you could get your channel going again, not lose all the videos you had.
Yeah, no, nah. I'll redo it again when I redo it. When the time is right, everything will come back. I'm not even. I see that as kind of like a learning experience, And if it's there for the rest of the time, then it's there for the rest of the time.
There, I uploaded that video to the Ultimate FF channel.
One thing's for sure, I'll never take back those experiences because, like, without them, I don't know Cart. I don't know, like, there's certain people out here on the chats that I don't know. You know what I mean? That I'm glad that I do know. I mean, even though like DP will reject me all day in person. He was a great guy, man. We had great conversations, and he's always giving me good advice when we're offline. And he's a good guy, dude. I'm glad I met him. Like, as far as like a person is concerned. And there's like MST. MST is such a good friend. Like we had conversations, and MST is just one of those. He's one of those really, really sweet, like, nice people. Like deep down in his heart, he's a nice person. I'm glad I met him. And there's just like other people that I wouldn't give back for the world. So like I really don't care how things ended up with other people. Certain fruit people or
Yeah.
But there's other people that I wouldn't trade for the world, man. I'm so happy that I met them, and I'm so happy that they're still in my life. And it goes to show you, man, good people, true people stay with you no matter what. It doesn't matter, like what other people say or whatever. They get to know you, and they care for you as, like, for what you are. And I'm grateful for that. And that's why, like, even DPS told me, like, well, what do you care, man? Why do you keep coming back here? Why do you keep coming back to this space in YouTube or whatever? And I'm like, because there's people that care about me here, bro. That's why. Like, like if it wasn't for that, yeah, I definitely would move on. And there are other spaces that I could be at, and but I don't because it's like I like the people that I met here, and I want to be here for them.
Well, one thing about the crap you went through, you learned who your friends were.
Definitely.
It is 49 degrees here. I know that was exciting news for everybody, but I just started feeling a little chilly. And well, it's 8 o'clock. I think I'll take off now.
All right, buddy. Well, it was fun.
Yeah, thanks for coming up. Thanks for holding things down.
Got it. Anytime.
Thanks everybody that came in and stuck with us. Not sure I like the idea that everybody didn't quit after I had to go, but I'll remember you.
It's all love.
Could have had a couple of people like go, fuck this, I'm not staying here if it's just Jerry. I'm here for Mux. But no, you people, you do you.
I can never get it right, damn it.
And
this is an outro. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Not louder, not brighter, just ours. A place where the lights dim a little and the voices get honest, or at least honest enough for YouTube. Thanks for being here. No, really, whether you stayed the whole ride or just wandered in by accident, looking for something else and decided this chaos was acceptable, we appreciate it. Muckster, They say he's a tyrant, he says he's not. The truth probably sits somewhere in a folding chair, watching both sides argue and laughing under its breath. Ariel, somewhere behind the curtain, turning noise into something that almost makes sense, like a magician. Like a magician who traded its for rhythm, for rhythm. Kill time, don't let the easy grin fool you. There's a mind working there, quiet, sharp, intuitive, like a pocket knife that's been around long enough to know when to stay closed and when to cut through the nonsense. And Nikki, yeah, Nikki is just Nikki. If you know, you know. If you don't, you'll find out when it's too late. You can come in and enjoy the show, or not. Sit back, say nothing, chat with friends, pretend we're background noise to whatever your night really is. Because this isn't just a show, it's a doorway that never quite closes. You never know who's gonna walk through. Maybe a strong, independent Australian with a heart that refuses to quit. Maybe an Alaskan frontier spirit who doesn't recognize the word surrender. Maybe a Canadian with a thing for spiders. We're not asking questions. Or someone from Kentucky who just really likes deer and isn't apologizing for it. It's a strange mix, it's supposed to be, but you won't find haters here. Not if we can help it, because the rule is simple, easy to remember, harder to explain. Everyone is welcome until they ain't.